Oh, you know what, babe? Turn that cooler off. I'm sorry, I
That's
forgot.
fine. Are you on?
I think so. Hey, hey, how y'all doing? Oh,
Because I am not seeing us yet.
no?
Well,
It says we're connected to YouTube and Facebook, but I'm not seeing any comments yet either, so I don't know. I hope everything goes as planned, because I got plans. I'm not seeing any comments yet. Oh, no. Okay. Hey, Angie. Thank you. Oh, I was getting ready to panic. Well, not panic, but be frustrated. So I see blue hellos, so I'm assuming we're on Facebook. I haven't seen anything from YouTube yet.
boy, I had to search you out.
Oh, you have to find me.
Normally it pops right up. Facebook or YouTube's the good one that comes right up.
Right on. Hey, you guys, David's finding me right now, so we'll make sure we're on every place and that the sound is good, and then we can get started.
I'm just waiting to hear me,
Okay.
and I'm a little bit behind.
I know your voice is a little deep.
I was straining it out there.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think mine is too. I guess I'll talk about what we're going to do, babe, and then we'll say hello to everybody. Is that okay?
Sure.
So I'm actually kind of excited about tonight's project, you guys. Hey, how y'all doing? For those of you who are new, my name is Royce Hunt Bell. The voice you hear behind the camera is my husband, David Bell, and together we make up Roycycled Treasure. So welcome to Sunday nights, Chattin and Craftin with Royce and David, where we craft and we chat about Lord knows what, because I never know what my husband's going to talk about. But hopefully we have a lot of fun. If you like more concise video tutorials, you can check out my YouTube page. If you want them even shorter than that, you can check me out on actually everywhere, because there's Reels now. So Instagram, Facebook, and or TikTok. But welcome, you guys. Tonight's project. I always pick up these metal hoops from the thrift store, embroidery hoops. And so tonight, I think my fabric is a little too thick. We're going to maybe make that a little bit thinner. We're going to make a door hanger. So I have a piece of just regular duck fabric and a metal embroidery hoop that I got at the thrift store, I think for 50 cents. I have this package that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I think it says like, well, there's one that says welcome, harvest, and something else, but thankful, harvest, and welcome. So you get 3 different little signs in here in the pack from the Dollar Tree. And then I pulled out some greenery. Did I forget to bring my bow in here? Lord have mercy. Y'all know it just wouldn't be a lie with me if I didn't forget something. And I did have a bow that's probably in the house because I forgot to bring it. So we're going to make a door hanger today. And I don't know which Roycycled decoupage paper we're going to use. You guys can help me decide. But we'll go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Do you want to show the paper so that people can start voting while we say hello?
Oh, you want people to actually get a chance to vote?
Well,
No, I'm kidding.
Because we're always a little bit behind. So when you ask me how everybody's doing, they haven't voted yet because it takes a few seconds for the video to catch up.
Okay. So the 3 papers that are up for vote today are the Roycycled pressed flower decoupage paper, which is, don't tell anybody, but it's one of my personal favorites of the Pretty Spring launch. And then, of course, you guys know that my absolute favorite from this recent launch is the Crate Collage decoupage paper. I thought this would be really cool to make like an industrial hoop because it's metal. And I'm going to decoupage on the fabric, so give you guys some context. And then I also pulled out the Spring Masterboard, Roycycled Spring Masterboard decoupage paper from the most recent release as being an option. I was actually thinking this corner right here would be kind of cool. So those are the options.
All right. And
so
while you all are voting,
vote.
I will say...
Hello.
From YouTube, we have Kathleen Hoovis from Raining, Illinois.
Oh.
R-A-I-N, not R-E-I-G-N.
Okay.
They're not
I
the
assumed.
top state. They were when I lived there. They're not anymore.
Was it because you lived there?
Exactly. It was because I was there. Alberta Sartini, Yolanda Payden Jones, Vicky Moore. Alberta says it's raining in Connecticut too. Doris R. and Nani B. from Paso Robles, California. If you are on YouTube, we always ask, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and you can set your own alerts. You can determine, because I don't want to get alerts from everything, so I only get alerts from Roycycled Treasures. You can customize your alerts, and that way you won't miss it. Over on Facebook, we have, I got to take my glasses off to see, Angie Champagne, Chris Schmidt, Tammy Vallone, Pamela Culp Adair, Amanda Velderman, Beverly Skeens is in Laughlin right now, doing some traveling. I like Laughlin. I think there's an In-N-Out there now. There used to be a Joe's Crab Shack. That's where we used to go when we lived in Havasu. It was up to Laughlin for Joe's, but I think they closed that one. But there is an In-N-Out. Kathy Teggerdine, Samantha Brown from Australia. Flea says Ken and Flea are here.
Hey, Felicia.
Beverly Burr, Sweet Tea Chalking by Nita. Jennifer Stever from Stormy, southeastern Kansas.
No.
Catherine Schmidt from Sussex, Wisconsin. Let's see. Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis. Major wind and hail in Illinois last night. Tony Baldessare Webb from Huber Heights, Ohio. Stephanie Devine says masterboard. Now we're going to start getting into the votes.
We're going to go. So, really quickly, you guys, hello, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. We know y'all could be anywhere else, spending time somewhere else. So we appreciate you sharing your time with us. I'm going to be using this piece of cloth. I think it's a little too thick, so I'm going to cut it. But I can see here on my fabric where it's set on the hoop. So I marked just past that so that I don't have to paint the whole thing. I know I only have to work to here, but I did leave extra fabric so that I could have enough leverage to be able to pull it through the hoop. If I cut it just right, it'd be super hard to get it taut on there. So
we ready for the votes?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a snip. I feel like this is too fat, so I'm gonna make it a little bit slimmer for that hoop. And this is how I always cut my fabric, especially when I'm doing a project like this. I want the edges to be raw. I don't want it to be like a clean cut. So I just snipped it on the edge, and then it'll tear straight all the way down. So now I think that's gonna be better, because that other one it felt too fat for me. Okay.
All right. Stephanie Devine says masterboard. Jody Ann says the first one, press flower. Karen Moyer says the last one with the dragonfly. Tammy Vallone says spring masterboard. Beverly Skeen says the crate. Catherine Schmidt says the crate. Flea says spring masterboard. 2 peas, 1 pod. Press flowers. Piece of heart from Yuma. Did not vote yet. Amanda Velderman says any of them are perfect. Lori Stanley Henderson checking in from Indiana. Shy C says Camp Verde says howdy. Kathy Teggerdine, spring masterboard. Kimberly Jenkin, rainy and warm in Jersey. Angie Champagne says pressed flowers. Chris Schmidt plus pressed flowers. Oh, Amanda's never decoupaged onto cloth, so she's very interested in seeing this.
We're going to do it the same way because Royce forgot to bring her little iron in the house. So
Denise Koviak Leonard is checking in from northern Michigan. She says she's late. No, you're not. We're just starting. Shy C says pressed flowers indeed. Kathy Vincent Martin says happy to catch you live. Karen Dietrich Atterbury says pressed flowers. If you are on Facebook, please share the video. It does help the page. As well as comment. Commenting really probably does more than anything.
Yeah, engagement really helps.
So please make comments, even if they're silly or goofy or just, hey, we're playing with the kids or the grandkids tonight. Good. Say it. It really does help, and it will help you get notifications, because I know. I'm tired of seeing things on Facebook 3 days after they happen.
After they've already posted.
Yeah.
And if you want to make sure you get notifications of when we go live, you guys can sign up to receive text messages. I do not text a lot. Anybody who's on my list know I don't text a whole lot, but if you could share that number over
I
there,
will in
babe.
just a moment. On YouTube, Alberta Sartini said crate. Yolanda Payton-Jones, Spring Masterboard. D. Lehman says pressed flowers. Vicky Moore says crate. Ruru2 jumping on. Hi there. As is Luann Vassallo from Connecticut. And Phyllis Donley says pressed flowers. I have no feeling for which one is which. I have none. Usually I can sense which one has got the
most
vote.
votes. I was hoping that crates would have more votes. I feel like it's between
it really is
the pressed flowers and
Masterboard.
And the Masterboard.
It really is.
Y'all messing with my emotions. I was really looking forward to using the crates, but
okay. Oh, Stephanie Devine says, what's your meal plan for the week?
Oh, girl, I don't have no meal plan. I'm going to go in the house tonight and have the same agonizing question. I posted a reel this week talking about the fact that I never imagined as we got older, deciding what we're going to eat would become such a task.
I've been thinking about it since I had lunch. Like, what am I going to do for dinner? Do I want to go out? I don't want to go out.
Well, my body hates it when we eat out.
I know.
My ankles have
it's
been
never
swollen
good.
all week.
And we're both tired tonight, so we really don't want to go to a restaurant.
No.
So we would be getting takeout, and takeouts. We suffer from another thing here. All you folks, you got it easy. You don't know.
You don't know. They might live in a small town too.
All right. If you live in a small town, you know this. Nothing here is open on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that too.
Our fast food restaurants are the only things open on Sunday. Only things. Fast food and Walmart.
Yeah. We can go get a chicken.
If they made one.
I know.
You know. But, yeah, it's so we don't have a lot of options. Denny's is the only restaurant that's open today.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go to Denny's.
No.
So I think I'm going to make a grilled cheese when we get done.
Is that what we're going to have? Grilled cheese actually sounds good.
I'm going to have a grilled cheese with a little bacon on it.
Wait a minute. This man says if you put anything on their sandwich, it's not a grilled cheese.
I agree, but I'm going to do it anyway.
So you're going to have a bacon cheese sandwich?
I'm going to have basically a bacon and cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
That actually does sound good. Do we have tomatoes? A BLT would be really
You're
good.
the tomato lady, not me.
My husband doesn't eat vegetables, you guys.
No. I'm a carnivore. I'm not a herbivore.
You're supposed to eat some vegetables, baby. They're good for you.
Dom is calling me right now during the show.
He knows better.
Yeah. Send message. Let's see. Write a new message. You know better than to call now. You know.
He's probably calling for some cough medicine for Damar, but he said Damar's been coughing.
He's been just, I'm going to guess he's dealing with allergies. That's my guess.
I think so.
Because he's just been congested for like weeks.
Yeah.
And our grandson and our son took him to the doctor and he's fine.
Yes.
So it's got to be allergies. Poor kid, 5 years old and allergies. Ugh.
It's no bueno.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm painting this white and I'm going to dry it. And what that's going to do, because the fabric is already white, right? So I didn't need to paint it for that. But it's going to give me a nice kind of a stiffer texture to make it easier for me to decoupage. I could have used the iron-on method. And if I had used the iron-on method, then I wouldn't have painted first. I would have just done like 3 coats of my medium. And then I would have ironed my paper right onto there and it would have stuck. But
did you knock over this?
It
landed perfectly.
Oh. I knocked it off. I have too much stuff on my table. So I'm going to dry
On just the table?
Okay.
They all tease me. Everybody who comes on the office, well, Royce could donate something. You might have something at home. Yes, we do.
We do.
Because I have a little path that I can walk.
Through here?
Through the house.
That's not a path.
Baby, the kitchen's getting full.
I know. I have all my project pieces by the island.
Well, that's because we're creating a new bedroom for the grandkids. So.
Yes.
I get that. Let's see. We have a new viewer, Joanne Burnich from Bountiful, Utah. Wasn't that a movie?
I don't know.
Bountiful? I want to say Maureen Stapleton was in that.
You
Something
almost say.
Bountiful. Okay, let's see. And of course, I lost all the comments before
No.
because my screen paused, so when I hit play again, all the comments disappeared. Jody Ann says, grilled cheese and Campbell tomato soup sounds really good. Haven't had a simple meal like that in a long time. That's not a bad idea.
You give them ideas. You know what, Shy? You could do this on a canvas bag. Actually, maybe I'll do that next week.
Pam Rogers, I have no idea what we're talking about, but I got a Labradoodle puppy. Very good.
Puppies are work, though, man.
Lori
My friend got a puppy. We told her to get a mature dog, and she didn't listen, Miss Harper. So she got a puppy, and now she's tired because that puppy is work.
Excuse me. Lori Stanley Henderson says, what are you painting on the fabric?
I just use regular chalk style paint, you guys. I'm using Wyzow and Antique Via is what I painted on the fabric. So just a layer of paint. I just want to create like, a toothy surface and give it a little bit of stiffness so that I'm not fighting the fabric the whole time I'm decoupaging.
Let's see. Somebody said, who did? Kathleen said, we had homemade hot browns tonight, so good. And Angie replied, what's a hot brown?
Oh, see, that's my question too.
Let's see. Amanda said made tuna melts for dinner, eating while she's watching. So here is what a hot brown is. Toast, ham, turkey, tomato slice, bacon, then a gooey cheese over the top.
That does sound good.
We have all of that.
Do we have ham?
We got ham and we got turkey.
Oh. Say that again?
Ham, it's on toast.
Okay.
Ham, I'm assuming this is open face? I'm not sure. Toast, ham, turkey, tomato, slice of bacon, gooey cheese.
I think that sounds really good. Do we have provolone?
We have provolone.
That's a really good idea.
That is actually a really good idea. All right. Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis. I think we have the winner for dinner.
I don't know. We have a grilled cheese with 3 cheeses, bacon, and avocado.
Yeah, that's what Vicky Valdez Green says. But we don't have any avocado.
We do not. Avocados are crazy expensive right now.
We do have 3 cheeses, though. We have 4, actually.
Yes,
We have Swiss,
my husband
cheddar,
loves cheese. Yeah, we have plenty of cheese.
provolone, and mozzarella.
So I guess, this is the word on the street about avocados. There's an issue with avocados being imported from Mexico. So we can expect avocado prices to go up, at least in our region.
Oh, okay.
I want to go to California and just buy a hoard and come back.
They'll go bad by the time you get home.
I don't know. I saw some tricks on TikTok about how to keep your avocados.
Okay. Let's see. Denise Reynolds checking in from Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Vicky Moore, trip to Bountiful. Thank you. Yes. And Vicky Moore says hot brown is really appropriate for Kentucky Derby week.
Oh.
All right.
I have seen some Kentucky Derby hats.
So yes, Trip to Bountiful. That was the movie. I want to say Maureen Stapleton got an Oscar nomination for it.
Oh.
I don't think she won, but I think I want to say she got a nomination for it.
So I'm guessing Pressed Flowers is one. Or maybe I just want Pressed Flowers to win.
Amanda Velderman, if anybody who's watching is hungry, it's probably worse now. Let's see. Yes, open face. Kathleen says open face. I could go for that. All right, Kathleen, you win. I'm in. Yeah, let's see. Tammy Valoni says she is on strike. She is not cooking, and she has stayed in her pajamas all day.
Ooh. That sounds like my kind of... I need a day like that.
Stephanie Devine said grilled cheese, onion, and bacon. Here's the question. Were the onions grilled or raw? That dictates Royce's choice.
Yes, Royce is not like raw onions.
But grilled, you're okay.
Yes.
So
yeah, caramelized onions are really good. Like when you grill them and they turn brown. Look, you guys, I want this butterfly, but I want my dried flowers here too. So I'm trying to situate this so I can keep both. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I think I'm going to cheat. I'll just leave the tail end of the butterfly there, and then we'll just cut them off, and I'll just put them on the bottom over here.
Christy Wittenberg said, just had hamburger meat, gravy, and mashed potatoes.
I almost bought ground beef. I don't know why I want to taste for like a homemade hamburger.
Well, then let's go to Carter's. We have a
Butchery? A butcher?
It's not a meat packing house, but literally the ranchers here take their beef cattle, and it's literally turned. I'm trying to do this on the nice.
I know.
They're turned into steaks and hamburger.
Yes.
That day. And
we see them in the corral on the back.
Yeah, and tomorrow they're on the plate.
Steaks.
And quite honestly, I don't know that I've ever had better beef.
No, I know. Because I find that I eat one of those, usually when you eat a burger, at least for me, I usually feel like heavy and bloated. But I can eat a burger from Carter's and I am good.
So, yeah. So if we're going to do that, I say we go there.
Yes.
Flea responded to Tammy on strike not cooking in her pajamas. Flea says she would have loved to do that, but she thinks the people at church might have looked at her funny. I don't know. You go to Walmart and everybody's in their pajama pants
That
now.
might just be the Safford Walmart bit.
Yeah, no. Let's see. In Las Vegas, that was really popular. And that's how long ago did my mom die?
It's been
12, 13 years ago? 14 years ago. So it was big then, too. Let's see. Karen Atterbury's never eaten an avocado in her life, but she is not sad about it.
They're really good, Karen.
Susan Boehner Whitmore Glazer, when I was a kid, Sunday night was BLTs.
That does sound good, too.
Mom would cook the bacon, lay out the ingredients. Each of the kids would make the sandwich the way they like. And Jody Ann coming in a little late. Hot brown, as we learned, is ham, turkey, bacon, tomato, and some kind of melty cheese. Let's see.
So is that a Midwestern thing, the hot brown?
I don't know.
I'm curious. I've never heard that
My
before.
first thought was there should be some kind of gravy involved, too.
Yeah, when she said hot brown, I thought there was going to be some gravy.
Yeah, I was thinking like almost like a roast beef, a slice of roast beef, some mashed potatoes, and gravy on a piece of toast. I had that in my head as hot brown, which also sounds really good. But
you got the potatoes and the bread, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fussy cut this butterfly out, you guys, because I want to keep it.
Stephanie Devine, slaughterhouse, yeah, an abattoir. It is, but it's not really a house. It's just a small business.
Yeah.
So, but yes, an abattoir would be probably the best.
It's bigger than you think, though, babe, because there's the back is where they're like doing all the processing. It's big back there.
I understand that. I'm just saying it's not like what we think of as those big houses in the Midwest. And
no.
Yeah. Oh, and Dorothy Lage from Tucson says having brats with caramelized onions and salad.
Of course, her husband's a chef. You don't get to enter this conversation, Dorothy.
Jeanette Pearson, pork ribs tonight, mac and cheese, green beans with potatoes.
Nice. See, that sounds really good, but it also sounds like work.
And Flea says hot brown was created in Kentucky at the Brown Hotel, according to Google.
Oh, all right. So that's why it's called a hot brown.
I
wish I had brought my pinking
says originally originated in Louisville. Karen Moyer says all these comments have got her having fresh ideas for dinner this week.
Oh, good. It's hard because you don't really want to. It's hard when you're cooking for like 4 or 6 people. It makes sense to do a lot of work. But when you're cooking for 2 people, it's like, do I really want to do all that work for 2 people or 1 person most of the time? Because David and I's appetites are very different. Our
schedules are too.
Yeah, schedules are different, but also our taste. I want onions and garlic and all the things. And David can't eat garlic, and he doesn't really care for the onions and the peppers and stuff.
No.
But I grew up,
Well, onion flavor is okay. I don't like onions.
I know.
So like an onion. Salt is okay, not a ton. But anyway. Angie asks, is a hot brown ever grilled? I don't know.
I'm going to grill ours. I've already decided. I don't know how I'm supposed to make it, but that's how I'm going to make it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Because I like it when my bread is like grilled crispy on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
It brings me joy.
Christy Wittenberg says, if you want a sandwich, I would say Monte Cristo. I'm a huge Monte Cristo fan.
Yes. I mean, that's basically what you eat when you make a turkey sandwich. I mean, it's not a Monte Cristo, but you put...
No, I put turkey, cheddar, cranberry sauce.
Yeah, the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
It's kind of that same sweet, salty.
No, cranberry sauce is tart. It's not sweet.
Oh, well, it's sweetie tarty. I mean, I do it now, too.
So
David puts so much butter on his bread, even when he makes a sandwich, to the point that now our grandson comes over and he's like immediately asking for butter bread.
Yeah, butter bread. That's all he
Can I have
wants.
some butter bread?
And he does it really quiet. He goes, can I have some butter bread?
Oh, no, he does it quiet for you.
And he does it quiet for me.
He's like, Grandma, come here. Come here. I need a snack. Can I have some butter bread?
Joanne Burnich, Bountiful is still very rural. Have orchards, hobby farm fields, horse corrals, north of Salt Lake City suburb in reality. Okay. Or is that what it was? I don't know. Yolanda Payton Jones, I'm guessing, Joanne, you spoke this comment because it's not quite there. Sorry for autocorrect. Yep.
Yeah, autocorrect is wonderful, isn't it?
Yep. Yolanda Payton Jones making spaghetti and watching. So. And Ari Sanchez is watching.
Hey, Ariana.
Nana.
I know. Hi, Nana.
Shy, see, I'm not cooking tonight. I'm going to Dorothy Leisha's house.
Right?
Yeah, Kathleen Hoovis. I like my Monte Cristo dipped in jelly or jam. Raspberry. That's my favorite. I've only had it with raspberry jam, and it's great.
So I'm fussing you guys because I'm trying to trim my paper so that it looks good. And I want my raw edges to show of my fabric.
Min's Cass says her favorite sandwiches are Cubans. And I don't know this one. Cuban, I know. Cuban's a pork sandwich, right?
Yes.
And it's pressed.
It's what?
It's pork, pickle, like an onions, or not an onion, an olive spread, I think is on there. And I want to say it's pressed like in a panini press. But this one I don't know. Banh mi, B-N-H,
I've heard that before, but I don't know
B-A-N-H-M-I.
exactly what it is.
Yeah. And Tony Baldessaro Webb said just ordered Chinese. I wish we could.
I'm so jealous. Even though I can't eat. I mean, I swell up so bad when I eat it.
Okay, in Oahu, they make moco. This is Nancy Avalos. They make moco locos, white rice, a large hamburger patty, over easy egg with brown gravy, all stacked in that order.
Oh, wow. So you guys, I'm going to cheat and put my butterfly right there. So I figured to keep them.
Stephanie Devine said, had to switch to YouTube so I can add to my grocery list. Let's see. Becky Shields, I think, came in a little late. She says, what are you making?
We're making a door hanger. We're going to use an embroidery hoop to make a door hanger. I learned a new trick in my membership this week. I think it was Kathy. I cannot remember. Because they got tired of me banging my stuff around trying to get it open. So if you heat it up with your hair dryer, you can loosen it up that way.
Vicky Moore says the hot brown was a late night snack. Open-faced turkey sandwich with bacon and a Mornay sauce. Usually has tomato and usually has Texas toast for the bread. We don't have Texas toast, but we'll make do.
We'll make do. Your bread is pretty thick, baby.
It is, yeah. Denise Reynolds says, what is a Monte Cristo? A Monte Cristo is turkey, ham, provolone, or mozzarella. I'm not sure. It's a white cheese. Sandwich, and then it's dipped in a batter and deep fried. Usually dusted with some powdered sugar, and then you have a jelly that you can either spread on or dip. And like I say, I prefer raspberry jam.
It's really good. Although I haven't had one since we went to that one restaurant in Havasu.
Mm-hmm. Vicky Zach, because it's 8:30 and we spent most of the day in the hot sun, we just had DQ blizzards delivered. Holy
Delivered?
cow. Oh my goodness. I miss being in real cities. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Dorothy's really being mean to everybody. The brats are grilled, the onions are caramelized, grilled sourdough bread, and a salad.
Yeah. Just rub it in, Dorothy.
Angie Champagne said all this food talk made me reheat my pulled pork quesadilla.
That sounds good, too.
Oh, good tip. Carol Kaufman, I put wax paper over my bottles. Makes them easier to open.
Oh, I'll have to try that, because I do fight with them often.
Aries says she is not cooking tonight. Dom is making enchiladas.
Oh, that's right. I can go to his house and have some chicken enchiladas.
Well, then you could do that. I'm still making me a hot brown.
Okay.
Banh mi or banh mai, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Thank you, Dorothy. Vietnamese sandwiches, used to get them in San Francisco. Located at La Chala Orange Blossom in Tucson. So if you want to get it locally, at Bondicted.
But what is it?
Yeah. We do not know. Renee Amundsen, people's obsession with food. I don't get it. We're hungry. If we weren't hungry, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Well, the reason why it was brought up was because as we get older, it just gets harder because you're just cooking for like one or two people. And so it's almost not worth it to pull out all the ingredients just to cook, but you get tired of eating like crap all the time at the same time. That's my story anyways.
Yeah, Jody Ann's with us. DQ Blizzards delivered. Yeah, I'm blown away by that too. We're lucky we can get our kids to just make them. The ones that work there.
Oh, I know.
They're always overstaffed. I don't know why, but they just are. For our local Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
So, Ruru too, making chili and cornbread. Yeah, sorry guys, didn't mean to make this all food talk.
Hey, a woman's got to eat.
On the other hand, we had a good idea, so.
I know, we got a good idea out of it. We had our spring festival here this weekend, so David and I have been although David deserted me, you guys, he came home last night and left me to work all alone.
That's because David went in 4 hours earlier than you.
Did you?
I did. Remember, I had.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I went to Dump the Drugs.
Yes.
Which was a separate event where. So I don't know if everybody knows this. I assume you do. You're not supposed to flush your old prescription medications anymore because it contaminates the groundwater.
Yeah.
So our local police department, one of our local departments, says bring them to us and we will destroy them. They'll incinerate them. So so once a year we have a Dump the Drugs event.
So you can bring your old prescriptions.
Old prescriptions, pet medications too, because you'd be surprised. The people that are jonesing, they'll take anything.
Oh.
I know. It's rough. So that event was going on, so I had to go cover that. And
well,
then,
I had my membership call, though, at 9 o'clock.
Oh, well, that's not work. That's fun.
It is fun, but, I mean, I was up.
So, and then I was going to come home for a little break after that before I went back to the Spring Festival, but we had a congressional candidate.
Oh, yeah.
Who, I invited everybody. I don't care who. I just invite every politician come to our events. And she was the only one who came, so I'm like, I can't just abandon her. So I had to go introduce her around, and then once I foisted her off on our chamber director, I could relax a little bit. So, but yes, I did abandon you. Once that last band took the stage and I took those photos, zip.
I was fine. I danced all night.
I
was working. My job was to encourage people to dance, and so I did so.
There you go.
And so you guys see, I just put my butterfly right over the top of my paper. So even though I had to cut them off, I still get to keep them.
Amanda Velderman says you could take the prescriptions back to the pharmacy. I don't know if our local pharmacies will do that, but our police departments do. And Celestine Todd says her police department does the same thing. Cheryl Hollander, doesn't incinerating them put them in the air? I talked to the detective who handles that, and she said it's a 2-step process. So it's a closed incinerator, so it burns them, and then once the temperature comes down, they burn them again.
Oh, okay.
So I assume that means it's being cleaned for the air, but she said it's a closed system. I was curious myself. Melissa Paget, David, you sound a little hoarse. Do you have a cold or allergies? No. I have a boss that likes to do everything way too loud. He runs the sound at all the events. And so to be heard, I strain my voice. So this is just, I'm not hurting at all. It's just, I strained
Talking
it.
over the music.
Yeah.
Now, mind you guys, when I say I worked, I got to like visit in the VIP tent all night and then dance. But still, it was work.
Anna Pierce, I'm not feeling very excited about my frozen pizza after all these meals. No, I'm with you. Oh, Patty Hogan made a chicken pot pie tonight.
I love chicken pot pie. I need to make my own though. They always have. I've become really super sensitive to salt, and I just swell up. If I look at salt, it's ridiculous. This little green container, you guys, these are in my Amazon store. There's I want to say there's 8 in a pack, and they're silicone. And so if you're working on a project and you want to come back to it, you can just put this little lid on there. And this product has been in here for 2 weeks, I'm guessing, because we haven't been live for a couple of weeks, and it still works. And so, I don't know if I have a QR code. Oh, so if you guys are interested in checking out my Amazon shop, there's a QR code for that. Unless if you're watching on your phone, I'm sorry.
So you're talking about the green thing right now? Mm-hmm. Okay, because we had a question on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Deborah Schrock asked that. Maybe my favorite name of the night. Shanna King, licensed agent of Western New York Metro Roberts, says, it's the whole name. I love the little green container. Okay. Luann Vassallo, wait until you retire. You feel guilty if you don't cook something and eat out. No, I don't feel guilty. I just don't feel good eating from the fast food.
Literally, my body is not having it.
Yeah.
She does not like it.
Turning in old drugs is a national program every spring, Luann says. Oh, I was not aware. I was only aware of it once I moved here.
Yeah.
So, Sandy Henkelman says their firehouse does it. They have a mailbox out front. I would worry about out front. We do have boxes in our local police departments in the stations. And I was talking, again, to the detective who runs this. Mm-hmm. She said, because I remember when they first started this program here, they ran out of room in the truck.
Oh, wow.
With people bringing stuff. Literally, they filled the van, not truck, but they filled the van. And this time they had maybe 2.5 boxes. And I said, well, that's good, right? She goes, yeah, because we're getting it all year long at the drop-off at the station.
So you don't have people that have a ton of it.
Right.
I'm going to do one more coat, you guys, before we move forward, just to make sure my paper is nice and protected.
So banh mi is served on a sourdough bun. Again, thank you to Dorothy. On a sourdough bun that's similar to a hot dog bun. We've seen those. Mm-hmm. Meat is marinated chicken, pork belly, beef with lemongrass or vegetables. Vegetables are diced carrots, radish, cilantro, green onions, jalapenos with a mayo-based sauce. Is it Korean? If it's Korean, I would have thought kimchi.
No, I want to say she said Vietnamese.
Oh, Vietnamese. Okay. All right. Yeah, Patty Hogan, our police have a drop-off box at the station. Yeah, that's what ours. Vicky Valdez Green says she wants a job as a dance encourager.
It was a fun job. I think I have a video because Denise videotaped me dancing to disco.
Oh, all right.
And so I think I might make a video montage of the weekend and post it later because I really did have fun.
Amanda Velderman says CVS and Walgreens take them back. We don't have a CVS, but I could check it out. Walgreens.
Yeah.
All right.
Check and see.
Yeah. Christy Wittenberg says now she's having pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, somebody was selling a pineapple upside down cake at the event, but I never got around to asking because Karina had some. Where she got it. We had so many food vendors at the event. My favorite though was the waffle truck.
It was good.
Yes.
I wish he had savory waffles.
Yeah.
Because it was nothing but sweet.
But the sweet, you could have got plain.
But it was good. Well, yeah, you gotta have something on the waffle.
Maybe I should make waffles for dinner.
No.
No?
I'm making that sandwich. I like it.
Vance is all happy because Felicia's gonna make him some chicken and waffles.
Oh, there you go. Shy C says, please explain how we use Royce's Amazon.
The QR code, if you point with your phone, you'll see a little yellow bar pop up. And if you touch that, it'll take you to the website. And so when you shop from my shop, I just get a small commission for whatever you buy out of my shop. And so I have my favorite supplies in there that I use, things that you guys see me use often. I don't put anything in my shop unless I've used it myself. So it's not like it's random stuff in there. It's stuff that I actually use. It's my absolute favorites.
She's not getting paid for it. Doggone it. You know,
Well, I get a little,
I mean, you're not being paid as an endorser. Or,
No. I just get a commission for each sale. And it's not a huge commission, but it's a way for me to have a list for you guys, though. And then you can go right to where exactly what I have. And so let's set this aside. So this is going to go inside of my hoop. And then let's paint the sign. What time is it?
5:43.
Okay. So we're doing okay on time?
Yes.
And I have a little tag here that I want to hang. So let's go ahead and decoupage it really quickly.
Can we do a quick what are you making for anybody who came in late?
Sure. So I have this metal embroidery hoop that I found at the thrift store. And so we're going to stretch this out across the hoop and close it in there so it'll be like a banner on there. And then I have these words that I bought at Dollar Tree, and we're going to use the welcome. So we're basically making a door hanger. And I also have some greenery pulled out, even though I forgot my bow. I'm so sad. But
All right. Let me change the subject from food to food.
Food to food?
To food. So we were at our event this weekend. It's called Spring Festival.
And it's we're going to be having the Roycycled retreat the same weekend. So this weekend, next year, 2025, we'll be having the Roycycled retreat. So it'll be during Spring Fest, and I did that by design.
So you can spend your day decoupaging, crafting, etc., and your night dancing disco with Royce, and maybe a glass or two or 8 of wine.
Yes. Because we have local wineries, or statewide wineries who come out.
Kind of local.
And pour.
Sonoida's from the region.
Is Elgin in Sonoida?
Elgin's from up north. Sonoida's from Santa Cruz.
Okay.
So.
But it's Arizona wine. I was surprised to hear that 80%, did they say 80%?
Of grapes are grown in Wilcox.
Yeah, of Arizona grapes, right? Of grapes for Arizona wines.
So those northern vineyards who like to claim their wine country for Arizona, the reality is they're using grapes that are grown right here.
Yeah.
In our neighborhood. Not here, in Safford, on the other side of our mountain.
But like 40 minutes from here.
Yeah. So we had the event, and this is what I want to bring up. The owner of our local Budweiser distributor, who serves 3 counties here.
Who's a very bad influence.
On getting you lit?
Yeah, I didn't get lit, but
Okay.
I did end up drinking a couple glasses of wine because of Tim.
Oh, yeah. But as much as he wants to sell beer, that's his job. I have no beef with that. He's always looking for other things to do. And even made the comment, gee, the one board I've never served on is our search and rescue.
I know, I was laughing when he said that.
And I'm like, I guess he's going to join search and rescue now. This guy joins everything. He volunteers everywhere.
Well, he was asking Ron, what did the commitment look like? So
right.
He doesn't join just to join. He's not going to join unless he knows that he's going to be able to really serve.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this to say, good guy.
Yeah.
And he specifically came to Royce with a question, and I've done nothing but think about that for 2 days and how to make it work. So tell people what you and our local beer guy discussed.
Well, so our school district is moving to a 4-day week, which means for some families, it may be a hardship because the kids won't be able to eat lunch at school on Fridays. And so we were just trying to figure out, like, well, where would opportunities be to both support those children and make sure that they're fed and also possibly support local restaurants. So we were just kind of, I don't know, kicking around some ideas. And you know me, my mind like automatically goes to the logistics, capacity, like all the things. 'Cause
Right.
that's just how my brain works. But
And our school district is not huge.
no.
Not like some of you guys. You guys are in big cities with big schools. I grew up in a big district. I said my graduating class had 1,000.
Lord.
You know, here we will graduate, what, about 100, 150?
No, I think it's more than that, babe.
I'm not sure.
I don't start me to lying. I don't know.
But anyway, you know, we're thinking probably about 500 to 700 kids that could be impacted.
Yes.
So that's one of those things that I don't know if you get in a big city, because I've always heard it's always the same 10 people doing things. And where I came from before I came here, it was always the same 10 people.
Yeah.
You always saw the same folks at all the various nonprofit or charitable operations within the administration or planning.
Yes.
There were people that would donate and stuff like that, but the people actually getting the work done. Not here.
No.
Everybody kind of volunteers for something. They don't all volunteer for the same things, but they all kind of volunteer for something. And just the fact that here we're in a beer tent
Discussing how to
feed school children whose folks may not have money to feed them.
Yeah. And I was talking to Karina, and she was saying that Lance Scarborough, who I don't believe has any little children, is like super passionate about coaching soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
So I just thought that was cool, and that's all I've been thinking about for these last 2 days. How do we do it?
I know. I kind of want to talk to somebody at the school administrative level and figure out, like, because I know he was talking to Tad, so he's talking to someone.
To the principal of our high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious as what their thoughts are.
Made on Maple Lane. My graduating class was 115. Yeah, I had over 1,000 in mine. I was meeting people I graduated with well into my 30s.
See, that's crazy to me.
And literally saying, "Hi, I'm Dave," and they'd introduce themselves. and then we go, we graduated together. Never saw them.
Never saw
We
him.
never crossed paths.
That's crazy. Oh, do I have my ink pad out here? I don't think I do. I want to put some ink around the edges of that little thing. But let's move forward before I get into the bushes too much.
Yeah, I don't have a link. Deborah Schock is asking for a link to the Amazon.
You know what, Deborah?
Page.
I'll post it on the Roycycled Treasures page once we're off.
She's on YouTube.
Okay, I'll post it in the
Comments.
comments or
the
in the
description.
description. Yes.
There you go.
And so I got these from the Dollar Tree. There's 3 little signs in here: harvest, thankful, and welcome. And they're just little metal. And so I figured this would be a nice to go on our door hanger though. But now I have to figure out what color. I had a color in mind. I was going to paint it this color to go with the crates, but now you guys changed my mind. So now I have to think about what I'm going to paint.
Amanda Velderman, her graduating class had 17.
Oh, wow.
I saw one recently where there was one. It was just one young girl. I think she graduated last year, and the whole town just came out for her.
Oh.
Which I thought was cool. Well, look, if you only have one graduate, chances are your town is not in
That's
the millions.
true.
You know, but
So the whole town coming out is not, like...
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Christy Wittenberg. So our school district has already gone to 4-a-day, or a 4-day week, I should say. They have backpack buddies to help feed the kids on the days they're not there.
Oh.
Our school does that as well, but it's for kids that they know are homeless.
Yes.
So
So maybe extending that program, though.
but that's based on almost entirely on donations.
I know.
So I'm wondering if we could get our restaurants and I know the radio station would jump in on something like that as a way to get it going. Because we did it during COVID with the gift certificate program.
And so that's what I was suggesting, is we do something like the gift certificate program.
I agree.
But so that the kids, and maybe so that it's not arduous for any one like business. Because how many restaurants do we have in town that could possibly take one Friday a month? Or even take one Friday every 3 months if we rotated it. You know what I mean?
Depends on if you get the fast foods involved. If you don't get the fast food restaurants involved, we've got 6 that I can come up with.
I should have used my little chingada. My little thingy.
Casa Mañana, El Charro, El Coronado, Fancy Pizzeria, Genevieve's, Mechie's. Who am I missing? Is his restaurant open again?
I don't know.
I don't know if his is open. And it's got to be Safford restaurants. It can't be Thatcher.
Yeah.
So that's 6. Then if you involve your fast foods, that's a different matter.
So if you, but even if they rotated between 6 restaurants, you know what I'm saying, that's still...
That's what I'm thinking, 1 per week.
Once every 6 weeks.
This week you go to Fancy Pizzeria and we work with Ben on something that costs...
Yeah, it has to be a budget. To make it realistic, there has to be a budget.
It's a $5 item.
Yeah.
So if you don't qualify for a free or reduced, you can still purchase it for $5.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But if you do, all right, then
you can use the voucher.
You can use the voucher.
And it has to be a child present.
Right, and Ben can
adults.
make, 20 cents on each one. It's more about doing for the community. Ben donates a ton already, so
yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud, and just rotate them around each week. That'll get you 6 weeks. You would only have to do it once every month and a half, so you're not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So
I broke my own rule, you guys. I should have sanded this before I started painting.
Denise Reynolds, one of our school districts has a 4-day week. It's brutal for the parents that work outside the home.
Yeah.
And many kids depend on school for food that day. That's what prompted this. Yeah.
That's what prompted the discussion.
70% of the students in our school district qualify for free or reduced.
Yeah.
So, and that was a few years ago. It might have gone up by now, but
nowadays with the cost of everything.
Vicki Moore, Louisville has a program called Blessings in a Backpack, so kids have food over the weekend. Made on Maple Lane. Was the one girl graduate the valedictorian? That'd be rough if you didn't get that. Our school district does it. The Bulldog Pantry is what they call it.
Yeah.
Safford Bulldogs. Petty Hogan, Springfield had a program where they sent food home with the kids. At one point, the school department teamed up with out-of-town library, gave lunches during the summer. Our school district has participated in the USDA summer food program.
Yes.
But that's been cut back. We were talking about that. It used to be much bigger and wider spread, and now it's at one location.
But, it's still the one location, though.
But at least it's still happening. But it was much more. It was more robust. So I'm assuming USDA cut back the money.
I almost feel like it was most robust during COVID. Because it used to just be the one location. And then it kind of rolled out to all those other locations.
And Flea says, is this a hardship for parents who have to work 5 days a week?
Yeah.
It is. And our local Boys and Girls Club has a limit on how many kids it can serve. And they're dealing with financial struggles. So, yeah, it's a struggle for everybody. Lori Stanley Henderson, how would kids even get to a restaurant? We're a small town. Kids walk everywhere.
Unless they live out in the county. Remember, kids from the county get bused. Yeah,
Solomon and Aravaipa would be difficult, but...
or even south of town.
Yeah.
They come to Safford School, too.
Yeah, that's why I said Aravaipa.
I'm thinking Artesia.
Artesia, not Aravaipa.
But I used to live out there. I had to ride the bus every morning, be out there at the break of dawn, standing on the side of the highway waiting for the bus.
Hetty Hogan, does the state supplement for free and reduced lunch? I believe that all our students are eligible for free lunch now. I don't know. Like I say, the last time I checked, we were at 70%.
Okay, so I just painted that gold. I think that'll be pretty. I don't know. I hope it's enough of a contrast. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Lori Stanley, getting kids there is an issue too, certainly. But we're just thinking, how do we help the kids and help our community?
Yeah.
So.
And there are some options south of town now. I mean, we have Joe's.
Yeah, Joe's is south, and CC's Hideaway.
CC's Hideaway is way out. That's right off
Yeah.
the trail.
Amanda Velderman, we have a local restaurant that has a cooler they keep stocked with take-and-go meals for kids who need them. That's kind of cool. I like that idea.
I'm just using a little ink, you guys. I'm experimenting. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to see what happens.
Beverly Skeens, why is the school week changing to 4 days? That is a great question.
Yo no sé.
If I were guessing, it's because many of the jobs here are 4-day weeks.
I'm not sure why, honestly.
Because all our city employees are 4-day, all of our county employees are 4-day.
Yeah.
The mine is our biggest employer here, and though it's not 4-day, they do, because of the rotations, once a month they get 7 days off in a row.
Well, and their schedule, honestly, there's no way the school could, that schedule is insane.
Right. Beverly Burr said there should be federal funds available for the lunch program. Talk to the district person in charge of nutrition.
Yeah, we have. So the free lunch program is funded federally. But if the kids are not in school on Friday, that's the rub. And then I think the easiest thing to do would be to have it set up like they do their free lunches in summer at the middle school. But I don't know what the challenges would be for that.
Right. So, yes, there are issues that we have not, as a community, figured out.
And it's new too.
It's going to start with a new school year.
Yeah.
And our school year calendar changed last year, this year that they're going to be graduating, where they started much earlier and took a 2-week fall break, a 2-week or a 3-week Christmas
I
break.
like that black on there.
I think it was just a 2-week Christmas break and a 2-week spring break.
Yeah, they had their Christmas break is pretty long. I mean, it's traditionally been long though, right? Because it's like from what is it? I don't even know.
Usually around the 20th to just after New Year's.
Yeah, so 2 weeks, and then they had 2 weeks for spring, but they don't get out of school until the end of May, and they start school at the end of July. So the summer is shorter. So basically, I think what they're trying to address is the loss. You know, a lot of kids, when they have big, long breaks, they forget stuff. And unfortunately, after COVID, you know, a lot of kids are struggling, you know. And so having them in school longer really diminishes that loss that they experience from the long, long breaks so that everyone can get caught up again.
Amanda Velderman,
Okay,
I like this
idea.
idea.
Made it nice. I think I like that.
I like this idea, but I have an issue with it. So, Angie Champagne, what's mine? Copper and gold. We have we have North America's largest open pit copper mine in our neighborhood. Our son works at it, 45 minutes up the road. But we also have another copper mine literally around the corner from us too.
Well, so, it's in Safford.
You're right.
Technically.
I mean, from us right now. Oh,
yes, yeah.
So yeah, in fact,
it's right up the street from my warehouse.
I just did the numbers on how much they produced. 1.1 billion pounds of copper in the first quarter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's a lot. Amanda Velderman, find a coordinator who can manage those who need food delivered. Maybe even do a senior program with the 12th graders, get them involved in helping. My only concern is you want to make sure that anybody delivering has a background check.
Yeah. Yeah, all of our volunteers for home delivered meals have to have a level 1 fingerprint card. So exactly. I mean, it's doable.
It's doable, but it's something you need to coordinate as well.
Or even if you could have like a location south of town that's like centralized for them.
Yeah.
and then they could come and pick up without having to come all the way into town.
Yeah. Lori Stanley Henderson, senior citizens may help. We do have our Meals on Wheels.
All of our Meals on Wheels drivers, well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
But historically, all of our Meals on Wheels drivers have been, people who are retired.
And Beverly Burr is really, can we all agree Beverly's the smartest person here? Contact other 4-week programs.
I know. That's what I said, too, last night when Tim brought it up. I said there are other schools who've gone to this schedule. I'd be curious to see what they're doing.
Yeah. Just,
Why reinvent the wheel, huh?
That's it.
Okay. So I have my little thing here. Now we can put our... And I wanted to go kind of diagonal.
Yeah, Amanda says the schools do background checks for all volunteers. Her schools do.
Yeah.
And you'll need to be food safe certification, of course. Yeah. But our school district has that, and all our restaurants do. Our health department's pretty strict on that.
Yes, they are.
In fact, I couldn't get my waffles right away because the health department was doing an inspection of the truck. And
that's good, though. Now you know your waffles aren't going to give you, like...
I was fine with that. I said, you take your time.
And so my plan is to stretch this out and then trim off the extra, but I left this extra on here so I could pull it taut enough. If I was trying to just catch a little bitty piece of cloth, I think I'd be struggling.
MJ says, happy evening, shouting out to say, loving the papers. They're the best.
Thank you.
How is Peter Parker doing?
Peter Parker?
It's MJ, Mary Jane.
Oh. Mary Jane.
Rita Burnett Laws says school buses could deliver the food when school is out. Certainly would help the bus drivers. I mean,
I know, right?
They could use the money. Angie Champagne, how does a 4-day week impact sports programs with competitions? We will find out.
I know. Well, for our high school, they've already been on kind of a modified 4-day schedule. So for the high school, I think they changed it when Jordan was a senior, so it's been a few years now. They had 4 days of instruction, and then on Fridays, the kids could come in for tutoring or to catch up with work or that. So Stafford High School has kind of been on a 4-day for a while.
Right. Yeah.
But you didn't have to come to school on Friday, but if you needed extra help or you needed tutoring or anything like that, you could.
Amanda Velderman says maybe a local business could take turns sponsoring food trucks.
Oh.
It's not a bad idea either.
No. I can't get this tight enough. You guys tell me, what am I doing wrong? It seems like it's tight, and then when I pick it up, it's not. Should I cheat with hot glue? Or maybe I need to tighten it some more.
See, Tim should have just came on here. He'd get all the ideas.
I know.
Because you guys got the answers. I like that food truck idea.
We have. I was surprised at how many food trucks were at the event. And I know we had a couple from out of the area, but like the waffle one
is local. Bees is local now.
Yeah, Bees is local. They sold out.
Tojitos or whatever that.
Oh, I never made it over there.
They're based out of Wilcox.
They're good too.
Yeah. They won our food truck of the year.
They did.
So we've got Doug's, our favorite barbecue.
Doug's wasn't there, were they?
No, they weren't there. Well, Doug's generally doesn't come around when Big Tex does.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of circle each other. So
Makes sense.
We got a barbecue truck based out of Wilcox or Morenci, depending on where you want them, because he opened a second location up in Morenci.
Oh, Morenci.
So, but he serves here all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we've got a local barbecue truck, but they try not to go to the same event. They went to that Benson Big Country Jamboree that they had there, and boy, were they mad, because neither one of them did the business that they expected because they were both there.
What do you guys think? I feel like that welcome is kind of disappearing a little bit, right? Should I just paint it black? Black just seems like that would be so harsh against this.
Kathleen Hoover says, I don't think you're going to get it super tight on a metal frame. The wooden ones can be made tight.
Oh.
So.
That's pretty good, though. I think that's good. I just think this isn't... Let's see, who's in my membership? What color should I use, you guys? Because this color on here is basically like yellow-green. So what color would be a good color to go with like a yellow-green? What would be opposite? Like a red, but that would seem like it wouldn't really go. I don't know.
And we had a few people coming on asking, there's a retreat. Yes, there will be a retreat next April.
Yeah, it's going to be the 4th week in April. If you guys want to mark your calendars, we've already secured the venue. We had like whenever we have a big event like this, there are always events that lead up to the big event. So we've had an opportunity to meet with local leadership like several times this week. And so I talked to Jenny about the meet and greet. I talked to Stacia about maybe possibly helping with decorations. I have the venue already.
Which is literally called the venue.
It's beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, I saw you and Kim collaborating.
Yes.
The owner of the venue.
Yeah, that's what I do when I go to those events, baby. Got to get work done.
I know. I understand.
Do we have any color suggestions?
Can I throw this out there? Every person you talk to, woman-owned business.
Yes. I wonder if I do that on purpose, unconsciously.
That should be, that absolutely should be touted. Let's see, color choices. Angie Champagne says bronze. Amanda Velderman, maybe a darker taupe. Beverly Skeen says bronze. Chris Schmidt says copper. Karen Moyer says dark green. Kathleen Hoovis says, can you go vertical with the welcome? I don't think you can. Christy Wittenberg, fall colors would look great with that paper. Flea Brown says use the blue you picked out. Tammy Valoni, copper. Anna Pierce, blue. Tony Baldessaro Webb, the color of the butterfly, so I'm guessing a green.
The green. It's just that the background, I'm going to show you guys the paper up close. There's so much yellow and green in there that if I do the same color, it's going to kind of disappear. And I want it to stand out. I like the idea of the bronze. And I do have this mica powder from Amy Howard.
Now, you go bronze a lot. You go bronze copper in that family a fair amount. What about a blue? There's no blue there, so it'll definitely stand out.
I know.
Melissa Q.E. Gomez says hunter green. Pamela McDowell, dark gray. Denise Koviak-Leonard, navy blue. Beverly Bird, dark green or maybe an aubergine. And Joyce Larson, green, similar to the butterfly. I am not good on colors, so I'm just asking.
I am going with the bronze.
Denise Reynolds says burgundy.
Oh, yeah, burgundy. I kind of wanted it to feel springy, but burgundy would work. I mean, it would follow the rule of color theory, right?
Let's see. Vicky Moore says copper. Renee Prowl, blue-green. Made on Maple Lane says rust. Alyssa Brown says chocolate.
I like rust.
And Joan Volkman says bronze, excuse me.
Rust would be like perfect, right?
Well, what do you want? Do you want it to jump out or do you want it to just be there?
No, I want it to jump out.
If you want it to jump out, then I kind of like the burgundy.
I think the rust would be perfect.
The burgundy or blue, I think, would make it jump.
The rust would jump too. Because basically rust is orange.
Let me challenge you.
So orange and green are on the opposite sides. I think that would be perfect.
Let me challenge you.
Okay,
that's my wife's favorite phrase. Let me challenge you.
That's a nice way of saying I don't agree with you and I want you to listen.
No. This is your project. I'm just going to ask.
Okay.
You live in that rust world.
I do.
That is literally, if anybody thinks of anything when it comes to Roycycled, it's rusty, chippy, lived in.
Yes.
Is it worth stepping out of your comfort zone?
I've been stepping out of my comfort zone. I made that pretty bougie thing the last time. That fancy bougie thing that we made.
Okay.
I like it. It came out really pretty, but that wasn't necessarily my style.
Maria Estrada says emerald green or a pretty berry. Amanda Velderman says burgundy would be opposite to green on the color wheel.
Yes.
But it would be very Christmas-ish.
Yes, because it'd be like, yes, red and green.
Okay.
That's why I have a rust colored paint and I can't find it. Because I think that the rest would be perfect because it is still on, it's not directly opposite, but the orange is like on the other side of green.
Ruru2 says lavender or something with lavender undertones.
Oh, see that bronze? It pops really nicely. I think the rest would pop even more against that green.
Joan Volkman says wabi sabi style. Made on Maple Lane, love language equals rust.
Right?
Okay. And Teresa Vitrino, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Rhapsody Art Barn says, I was going to say orange, so yes, rust for me.
Hey, Tracy, how are you?
So.
Okay, I have some oxide somewhere. Oxide is one of my favorite colors from IOD. It was created by my friend Chelsea. Oh, here it is, right here. Iron oxide, which is essentially the color of rust.
You are at an hour 12.
Okay, I think I might be able to actually finish this project.
Okay, just letting you know.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, babe.
Sure.
Because we said we weren't going to go over anymore.
Flea says, I think we need to have a clean our craft space day.
Flea, why you got to bring up old stuff? I know. I need to clean my crap. My whole studio is a mess. I'm going to dab it on there and kind of leave that bronze peeking through a little bit.
Denise Reynolds says, rust and green reminds me of fall.
That's true.
It's not bad.
You're not wrong.
There's nothing wrong with fall.
Well, we're making something springy, though. Okay. I'll just add a little bit of rust. We'll let that bronze peek through. And then, you guys know I am not good with florals, but I did pull out some greenery to possibly use on here. But I don't know if I pulled out the right greenery because I pulled out these because I didn't want to do flowers necessarily.
Catherine Miles says she's late. Is that fabric you stenciled on?
It's actually Decoupage fabric. So this is the new Roycycled Spring Masterboard Decoupage paper. And we did decoupage on the fabric. I could have just as easily used like a piece of wood or something, but I felt like fabric would be more accessible for most people. Like if you don't have a saw or something to cut the wood, then you wouldn't necessarily be able to make this. So I wanted to be able to make something that could be easier to replicate.
2 Peas 1 Pod says, dab some blue on the rust.
Oh, you guys want me to do a whole patina finish, which I'm not adverse to. But I can't be wasting my mica powder. So let me put the loose powder back in my jar. Look at my finger, you guys. Ridiculousness. This is how I go into town looking like a crazy person with stuff under my nails and my hands all dirty.
Fearlessly Unique by Simone says the rust looks good.
I'm going to just dry that really quickly so I don't get paint anywhere I don't want it. Let me plug up my hot glue gun really quickly. And I think the greenery will brighten things up too. And I'm going to put a bow on here. Believe it or not, I'm going to put a bow. I have some bows I found on Amazon. Because y'all already know that is not my, special, that's not my strength, is making bows. But I have one that I bought on Amazon, so I'll add a bow in a minute. But I had some greenery. This one's kind of, I thought it might be cute to have this kind of, because it's going to sit like this. So if I had this kind of falling off a little bit, or I have these little pods that I don't know what they're supposed to be. And look, I got them for $1 at the thrift store, no doubt. I love when I find brand new like florals at the thrift store because y'all know florals are expensive. I think I like that better than the ones that would be drooping down because they would cover up my butterfly. How much time do I have, babe?
It is 6:17.
Okay.
We got about 13 minutes.
I think I'm gonna finish, y'all. Now, if I have any floral people on the call, y'all let me know. Because y'all know this is not my strength. But I think if I can just do like this, that would be cute, right? And my little bow that I have will cover up all of my ugliness in the middle.
Flea has a question. Can we talk about hot glue? I find that it doesn't provide a long-term hold. It hardens and becomes brittle. Are there surfaces that it works well on?
So honestly, Flea, I pulled out my E6000, and generally what I will do is I'll put a little bit of E6000 on and the hot glue so that I get the immediate tack of the hot glue, but I also get the long-term hold from the E6000. And this is the E6000 right here. But yeah, I see people using hot glue for stuff, and I'm just like, it looks good right now, but how long is that gonna hold? But hot glue does come in handy for a lot of things. So like even in my carpentry, I'm working on a project for one of our Sundays, and I'm gonna put feet on the bottom of one of my wood boxes from our wood pile. But I'll glue the feet on first and let the glue set, and then I'll screw it. That way I don't have to worry about it spinning around and moving when I'm trying to attach it with the nail or the screw. So even for temporary hold, the hot glue can be really useful. What do you guys think? That's enough greenery, or do I need more? That seems kind of small for the size of this, doesn't it? But I think the bow is going to have a bigger presence. And it's a burlap bow. I was really hoping I'd be able to like finish a project, but I forgot a piece. So we'll get close to finish. I'll be sure and post a picture. What did I do? Oh, it's on there.
Yeah, Rima Becerra, I heard there were industrial strength glue sticks.
There are. I mean, that's what they tell us. But like I use Gorilla Glue sticks, and they're fine for like lightweight things, but I see some people, although I've seen carpenters on YouTube use the glue sticks for like major installs, but they still use it for temporary hold though, not permanent hold.
Karen Moyer, you could also wrap a piece of twine around the greenery to keep it together, then glue.
Oh, that's a good idea, Karen.
And Catherine Miles asks, how big is the bow?
The bow isn't huge. It's about this wide. So it's going to add a little bit more volume though here. And I think that'll make it look more to scale for the piece. I cannot believe I forgot the bow. I was all happy because I found them. I like the idea of tying it first. I'm just waiting for my glue to get hot, you guys. I should have started with the glue earlier. And I don't know if I'll hang this on my door because my husband hates when I put wreaths on the door.
Oh, I don't care.
You didn't mind fighting with that one wreath all
That
last?
one was really a pain, I got to be honest.
It was huge though. I think that's why, because it was so big. And I know some of, or possibly some of our people are like wreath builders, and you guys are like pros at this kind of stuff. That's like a whole nother skill. I have a wreath in the house that I'm going to be making an insert for. I found it at the thrift store. You know, sometimes when you look through the greenery at the thrift store, you are possibly like, you don't really look at it because it looks kind of janky. You know, it's like dirty. But the greenery that they used to make was really high quality. And a lot of times, if you take the time to clean it, you know, you can just put it in some dishwasher liquid in your sink, dishwashing, like a, you know, run some dishwater in your sink and just dip it in there and rinse it and then let it dry. It fares really well, and you end up with some really beautiful florals that you're paying a lot less than you pay for at the store. Because even when Michael's has it 40% off, it's still not cheap. That was a really good idea. Who told me to tie that? I like that. I'm going to snip these little ends so they don't show.
Karen Moyer did that.
Thank you, Karen.
Tammy Valoni asks, can you also do a quick close-up?
Yes.
And Flea says her favorite part is the repositioned butterfly.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're decoupaging, right, your favorite element is like not where, you know, where you need it to be. So you can always do that. And Flea, if I would, let's say if I were going to be repositioning this butterfly over something really dark, I could paint the back of this white before I put it on there. But because this was light in the back and I wasn't really worried about the script showing through, I just put it right over the top.
Shannon Booth said, I made a super cute wreath one time. As soon as I picked it up, it fell completely apart.
Oh, from the hot glue, I'm
know.
assuming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put some dots of E6000 on here first. Because if I put the hot glue first, it'll cool off before this glue. Before I'm able to put this glue on there. And it kind of defeats the purpose. I have a love-hate relationship with this glue. I'm sure those of you who use it know what I mean. They need to come up with some kind of a no-clog system for this glue. Somebody write E6000 and tell them that. Like, we want some glue that's not going to get clogged up after we use it.
You have 6 minutes.
6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresher. Oh, okay.
Ken says to put something under your fabric so you don't stretch it when you put the metal sign on it.
Oh, that is a very good idea.
Thank you, Flea. And a lot of people want you to slant the welcome.
Well, the whole thing is going to be slanted. So this is the top of the wreath. And so I feel like the whole thing is already going to be slanted. Know what I mean? So if I slant it on here too, I think that's just going to look. So this is the top of my wreath. And so my whole banner is slanted. I hope, what do you guys think? And I still didn't listen to Ken. I said that's a good idea, and then I started without. And I don't need a ton of glue because this is just going to hang on here. It's not like it's going to be tugged off or anyone's going to be like handling this a whole lot. So I'm going to put my E6000 on there, but my hot glue is going to allow it to stick right away. And I guess I'll have to use my hand, Ken. How come my glue is not going? I smell it. Oh, Lord have mercy. You guys ever feel like your glue gun doesn't want to go and then it doesn't want to stop?
I get that with ketchup a lot.
And I have this line of, they have a glue pen, and I have not plugged it in yet, but I'm super excited about using it because that probably would have been a better choice for this. See, I got glue everywhere. That glue pen probably would have worked really well. And when you're buying a glue gun and or glue sticks, get your high temperature glue sticks because they're going to stick better than the low temp ones. And I'm putting my hot glue next to my E6000, not on top of it, right? Because I want to make sure my E6000 is making contact with my surface. But the glue just kind of, the hot glue keeps it in place until that E6000 sets. I actually finished a project, even though I don't have my bow yet. But
Yes, Fearlessly Unique by Simone. Did you say glue pen?
yeah, I'm gonna bring it next week. It's tiny and the head is really tiny and it's a hot glue though. It's really cool.
Okay, this flea, Ken's brain is amazing. He suggests using magnets instead of hot glue to adhere the E6000.
Using magnets to like make it sit there temporarily until the E6000 sets, or using magnets instead of the E6000. If this were metal, that'd be cool. You could put magnets on your stuff. You could change out your signs. You could change out your florals. That would be really cool. Okay, there she is. I might fiddle with the florals a little bit. I'm going to see how it looks once I put the bow on there because it looks a little, I don't know. But it's going to sit like this, so my welcome will be diagonal. But it could be like this. It's
Renee
just a matter
Prawl
of
says put
reference.
Vaseline over the top of the E6000 before you cap it.
Oh. Okay. I think that's all I have for today. We made it. I actually was able to finish a project in the time that we have. So that's my little door hanger. I don't know. I feel like the metal doesn't show as much as I want. Should I add some beads, you guys? What do you think?
Oh, we have a new person, Wiley Cash from Pulaski, Georgia.
Hello, Wiley. Should I do some beads, you guys? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I will post a picture. I feel like running in the house to go get that bow really quickly.
You are at 90 minutes.
I'm at 90 minutes. Okay. All right. So I will post a picture with the bow so that you guys can see how it looks on the final. I hope you guys enjoyed the project from this weekend. Sorry we weren't here last weekend, but we were worn out. We were tired.
I'm tired tonight.
I know. I think that's all. I don't really have anything else. Do we?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Alrighty.
Registration for the retreat, not going to be for a little while. But just kind of block this time out.
Yeah, if you guys want to come, if you could just block the time out, it'll probably be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll put the exact dates up. Not probably. It'll be that. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do additional days for retailers or not.
Right. And we're kind of holding out to see if we're going to get commercial air service. So we say that we're a small town, but we're the biggest small town around this area. And our city is trying to get commercial air service connecting with Phoenix, so which would be wonderful for this. Mm-hmm. And we'll come pick you up and take you to the hotel. And Dave's going to take a couple of days off and run the van.
Are you?
I'm going to have to.
He's so nice.
I'm going to have to run the van.
That's true.
So, that's what we're fingers crossed. We don't have that now, which means if you come to the retreat, you'd have to fly into Phoenix or Tucson, and chances are you'd fly into Phoenix because honestly, I don't know that Tucson has very many direct flights.
A lot of the retailers flew in Tucson. Only 2 flew into Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else flew in Tucson.
But then you've got to rent a car and you got to drive here, and it's anywhere from 2 hours 15 to 3.
It's 2 hours.
I'm being generous.
From Tucson?
No, Tucson is 2 hours,
Oh,
2:15, depending on traffic. Phoenix is
About 3 hours.
About 3 hours because coming out of the airport, traffic's a mess.
Yeah. But what we did for our last retreat was I made a Facebook group, and so a lot of people carpooled.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But if we have air service,
Yeah.
you can fly in here. We'll shuttle you from the airport to the hotel. We'll shuttle you from the hotel to the venue.
Yeah.
And the venue's downtown where the event is, so you can just walk right over to
Yes.
our spring festival. Anybody who can't walk, I'll drive you over.
Yeah.
So, fingers crossed.
So, yeah, I'm in Safford, Shannon. Safford, Arizona is where we are. So I am really excited about, hosting you guys here in our town. But we are going to go. I'm sure our kids have texted us again about the boy having a cough. And we will see you guys next Sunday. Lord willing, you guys have a blessed week. And as always, you guys know there isn't anything I've done here today that you guys cannot absolutely do. You guys can do this. You can do it today. Have a blessed